It's not just the answers, not just the quotes. It's life in the margins. It's time for CluffsNotes. Hi, and welcome to CluffsNotes. This is episode 20, and it's about conflict. When you think about conflict, what comes to mind? Growing up, conflict was always seen as something bad. It was a sign that something was broken. Someone messed up. A relationship may have been headed for a disaster. I tended to play the peacemaker because conflict meant that someone was angry. Something was going to fall apart, and I hated it. I hated conflict. Somewhere along my journey, possibly as I was learning about leadership, I started to rethink conflict. One thing that really helped was reading the Five Dysfunctions of a team. In that book, the first dysfunction the author talks about is the absence of trust. And the second is fear of conflict. And it always stuck with me after I saw that. You have to have a foundation of trust in order to get to healthy, productive conflict. Without trust, conflict feels personal. It triggers us. We go into a self-protection mode. We shut down. We lash out. We retreat. Right? That part of our brain flips and we are back on that stage. But when there's trust, the conflict doesn't have to be negative. In fact, it can actually be productive. And I know this sounds simple, but I see conflict as just a difference in how we're seeing something. That's it. A difference in perspective or preference or need. It's not a threat if there's trust. And I see it all the time in schools, leadership teams, parenting, partnerships. If there's not trust, even a tiny conflict can start to feel unbearable. Conflict can feel overwhelming. But here's the thing. Communication builds trust, and trust takes time. You can't just say, I'm your leader, trust me. You have to earn trust. You have to show up over time and let people see who you are. I remember walking into my last school, meeting the staff and thinking, I can't ask them to trust me. They will hopefully trust me as they get to know me. What I did have control over was being visible, consistent, vulnerable, intentional. It goes the same with parenting. You can't expect a child to simply automatically trust you because you're the parent. Trust is, again, built in small, consistent moments of connection. The best leaders I know understand this. They don't come in and just stir up chaos just to flex. They listen first. And that's what helped reframe this idea of conflict for me. When there's a foundation of trust, conflict becomes a space for updated realizations, growth, or even clarity. But without trust, it's almost always taken personally. And we'll talk about those emotional triggers in future episodes. But for now, here's your nudge. When conflict shows up in your life, is it being fueled by fear? Or is it being supported by trust? Maybe it's not about avoiding conflict. Maybe it's just learning how to stay connected through it. Another reel for the shelf.